A Republican lawmaker from the state of Michigan over the weekend had finally had enough. And he lashed out at Donald Trump after Donald Trump once again tweeted out more lies about the 2020 election somehow being stolen from him. The representative is Paul Mitchell. And Trump had tweeted, "We have some big things happening in our various litigations on the election hoax. Everybody knows it was rigged." And apparently that is what sent Representative Mitchell over the edge. He was sick of it. He's tired of hearing it, tired of seeing it, and, as the rest of us are, tired of not getting any evidence to back up any of these claims. So Paul Mitchell tweeted, "Please, for the sake of our nation, please drop these arguments without evidence of factual basis. Hashtag stop the stupid." Stop the stupid. And then, of course, the hashtag stop the stupid took off, much like the Diaper Don did long before that, or not long before that, excuse me. And so before you know it, you've got people like George Conway tweeting out, "Stop the stupid." You've got other anti-Trump, never Trump Republicans, tweeting out hashtag stop the stupid. Everybody on the left tweeting out, "Stop the stupid." And it took off. It really did. But here's the thing. I don't care what any of these other folks tweet. What matters is that we finally are starting to see some cracks in Donald Trump's wall, so to speak. And I'm not talking about the very real cracks in his very real wall on the southern border. I'm talking about his wall of Republican resistance. Let's call it that. Representative Paul Mitchell, not somebody most people know. I hadn't heard of the guy, but he is a Republican member of Congress. And he's a Republican member of Congress who just told the president over the weekend, "Stop the stupid." That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just one. We got, a little over 100 or some odd more to go, but it's a start. And you always have to start somewhere. And to be honest, Paul Mitchell is not the first Republican member of Congress to speak out against the president. You do have other members who are doing the same thing now. They're tired of this. They're ready to move on. They understand that the longer this gets dragged out, the worse it is for their party, folks. That's what I don't think a lot of people understand. Most of them on the right, obviously. If you continue pushing these baseless claims of voter fraud, you're going to do the same thing that Donald Trump did during the general election when he went on these crazy attacks against the mail. His followers then said, "Well, I'm not going to vote by it. It's not safe. It's not safe. I'm not going to do that." So what happened? The vote by mail is what gave Democrats the edge. It's what let Joe Biden win. Had Trump not launched those attacks, his people would have voted by mail. He'd probably be, already in a second term by now. And you're going to keep doing this. You're going to keep saying voting machines, Dominion voting machines can't be trusted. We need to get rid of all voting machines as it is. We've been saying that'll Ring of Fire for 16 years now. We need paper ballots. We need verified receipts. Shouldn't be that hard to do. But you're going to scare your base into thinking that voting is not safe and they're not going to vote. You're going to lose the Georgia Senate runoff if you continue this. Republicans are already panicking about that. You want to run again in 2024. Everybody's just going to remember these last few months of you being in office, of you throwing this massive temper tantrum that at this point has gone on for almost an entire month. They're going to view you as a whiny, crying little baby, and they're not going to want to give you a second term. And I say all this to tell you, I am okay with you continuing to do this crap because it's only going to hurt you and your party. And I have no problem whatsoever with the Republican Party's image being flushed a little bit further down the electoral toilet.